So good morning children. So last class we have completed lesson number 10, types of chemical reactions. Okay, so today we are going to start the new lesson, carbon and its compound. Okay, this is the last lesson of chemistry. Okay, carbon and its compound. So what is mean by carbon? Carbon is an example of an element. Okay, so what is the color of carbon? Black color. Okay, and its compounds. Okay, so with the help of carbon, okay, what are the elements combined to give one new substance? Okay, so that is called what compounds. Okay, so what are the elements combined with the carbon to form new substance? Okay, that is called compounds. Okay, so in that compound, okay, definitely which one should be present? Carbon is present. Okay, so and its compounds. Okay, so first one, okay, inseparable element. Okay, so if you are taking whatever may be the material, so which one is the basic? Carbon is the basic, so we are using the word inseparable element. Okay, second one, innumerable compounds. Okay, so lot of compounds are formed with the help of what carbon atom, but we cannot count also. Okay, so approximately we will say more than 5 million compounds are, okay, formed what based on the carbon atom. Okay, so day to day life we are using so many carbon compounds we are using in our day to day life. So what is the salient features of this carbon atom? Okay, so what is the unique nature of the carbon atom? Okay, due to the formation of the catenation, tetravalency, multiple bonds. Okay, multiple bonds. Okay, so these three are the what unique nature of the carbon atom. One is catenation, second one tetravalency, third one multiple bonds. Okay, so carbon combined with other than what hydrogen atom, other than hydrogen atom, for example nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and hydrogen. Usually carbon combined with hydrogen is giving different types of organic compounds. Okay, other than hydrogen atom, carbon combined with different type of atoms, for example nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur to form different types of compounds. Okay, so these compounds are called organic compounds. Okay, these compounds are called organic compound. Okay, all these compounds are made up of covalent bonds. So what bond covalent bonds. Okay, so next one, characteristics of organic compounds. So what are the characteristics of organic compounds? So what is mean by characteristics behavior? Okay, characteristics means what behavior of the organic compounds. See here, characteristics, characteristics of organic compounds. Okay, so first point, organic compounds have a high molecular weight and a complex structure. Okay, high molecular weight. Okay, high molecular weight and complex structure Okay, so what is mean by molecular weight So if you want to find out the molecular weight of any compound, we have to add the mass number. The same way complex structure. Complex structures means what carbon atom combined with other carbon atom are combined with other type of atom to form difficult structure. That is called complex structure. Okay, this is the first point. Okay, second point, okay, they are mostly insoluble in water. Okay, second one, solubility. Second point, what solubility. Okay, solubility, solubility. Okay, organic compounds are maximum what insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvent. Okay, soluble in organic solvent such as ether, carbon tetrachloride, okay, toluene, etc. Okay, that is the third point. Second point, what solubility. Okay, third one, they are highly inflammable nature. INFlammable nature. M-M-A-B-L-E, inflammable in nature. Okay, fourth point. Okay, organic compounds are less reactive when compared to the inorganic compounds. Okay, reaction. Okay, organic compounds are less reactive than the inorganic compounds. Hence, the reactions involving the organic compounds produces what ma? Slow rate. Okay, when compared to inorganic compounds, organic compounds are very slow. Okay, that is the fourth point. Okay, fifth point. Okay, mostly organic compounds are formed covalent bond. Okay, what bond ma? Covalent bonds. Okay, sixth point, most of the organic compounds are formed in what bond? Covalent bond. Okay, next they have what ma? Lower melting point and boiling point when compared to the inorganic compounds. Okay, they have what ma? Lower melting point and boiling point when compared to the inorganic compounds. Lower melting and boiling point. Okay, seventh one. Okay, they exhibit in what phenomenon? Isomerism. What is mean by isomerism? Okay, so isomerism is nothing but what ma? Same molecular formula but different structural formula. Same molecular formula means what ma? Same number of atoms but different structure, that is called isomerism. Next, they are in volatile nature. Okay, eighth point what ma? Volatile nature. Okay, ninth point. Okay, organic compounds can be prepared in the laboratory. Okay, so these are all the general characteristics of what ma? Organic compounds. So first one, they have high molecular weight and complex structure. Solubility, they are insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvent. They are highly inflammable in nature. Okay, when compared to inorganic compounds, organic compounds are less reactive. The reactions rate also very slow. Okay, organic compounds are formed in what bond? Covalent bond. Okay, when compared to inorganic compounds, okay, organic compounds have lower melting point and boiling point. Okay, so organic compound exhibit one new phenomena that is called isomerism. So what is mean by isomerism? Okay, so if you are taking any compound, okay, the compound contains the same molecular formula but a different structural formula. That is called isomerism. Okay, eighth one, they are what ma? They are in volatile nature. Ninth one, last point, most of the organic compounds are prepared what ma? Laboratory. Okay, this is the ninth point. Okay, so these are all the what ma? Characteristics of organic compounds. Okay, so next one, classification of the organic compounds based on their chain. So based on their chain. So next one what ma? Classification of organic compounds based on their chain. Classification of organic compound. Classification of organic compound based on their pattern of carbon. Organic compounds classified based on pattern of carbon chain. Okay, so classification of organic compounds, okay, classified what ma? Based on their pattern of what? Carbon chain. Okay, carbon chain. Okay, so first one, okay, so I will draw the flow chart. Okay, so we can identify very easily. Okay, so organic compound organic compounds. Okay, organic compound can be classified into two types. Okay, one is acyclic or open. Okay, here cyclic or closed. Okay, so organic compound can be classified into two types based on the pattern of carbon chain. One is acyclic or open compound, cyclic or closed one. Cyclic or closed chain compounds. Cyclic or closed chain compounds. Okay, here acyclic or open chain compounds. So what is mean by acyclic or open chain? Okay, these are all the compounds. These are all the compounds in which carbon atoms are linked in a linear pattern. Okay, so carbon atoms are linked in a linear pattern. So the type of compounds are called acyclic or open chain compounds. Okay, so these are all the compounds in which carbon atoms are linked in a linear pattern. Carbon atoms are linked in a linear pattern to form what chain ma? Acyclic or open chain compound. Okay, if all the carbon atoms in the carbon chain are connected in a single bond, okay, again can be classified into two types. Okay, one is saturated, another one is unsaturated. So what is mean by saturated? Carbon single bond, that is called saturated. So what is mean by unsaturated? Carbon double bond or carbon triple bond. Okay, so again the acyclic or open chain compound can be classified into two types based on the carbon and carbon atom linkage. Based on their what ma? Carbon and carbon atom linkage. Okay, so if all the carbon atom in the chain are connected by a single bond, then it is said to be a saturated compounds. What is mean by unsaturated compound? Okay, if more than one bonds or triple bond exist between the carbon atom, then it is said to be what bond? Unsaturated compound. For example, methane, CH4. For example, methane or propane. Okay, CH3, CH2, CH3. Okay, so carbon single bond. That is called propane. Okay, here propane. Okay, CH3, single bond CH, double bond CH2. Okay, propane. Okay, so acyclic or open chain compound, okay, can be classified into two types, saturated, unsaturated. So based on the carbon atom linkage. Okay, so next one, okay, cyclic or closed chain compound can be classified into two types. Okay, one is, again this can be classified into two types. Okay, one is carboxylic compound. One is carboxylic compounds. Okay, this one, okay, heterocyclic compound. Heterocyclic compounds. Okay, this one is otherwise known as what ma? Homocyclic compound. Okay, cyclic or closed chain compounds can be classified into two types. Okay, based on the attachment of the atoms. Okay, one is homocyclic compound, another one is heterocyclic compound. Okay, the homocyclic compounds can be otherwise known as what ma? Carboxylic compounds. Okay, if the chain contains only carbon atom, okay, that compound are called carboxylic acid. Only carbon atom is present. Okay, other than the carbon atom is present, that is called heterocyclic compound. compound. Okay, rings containing carbon other than the element, that is called heterocyclic. Only the carbon atom is present, that is called what ma? Homocyclic or carboxylic compound. Okay, again this carboxylic compound can be classified into two types. Okay, one is alicyclic. Okay, another one is aromatic. Another one is aromatic. So okay, so what is mean by alicyclic? What is mean by alicyclic? Okay, carboxylic compounds are further divided into two types. Okay, one is what ma? Alicyclic compound, another one is aromatic compound. Okay, the alicyclic compounds, okay, nothing but what ma? Contain one or more carboxylic rings which may be saturated or unsaturated. Okay, one or more carboxylic compounds either may be saturated or unsaturated. But aromatic compound is nothing but what ma? Okay, that is a unsaturated. Okay, unsaturated. Okay, unsaturated means what ma? Carbon carbon double bond. Carbon carbon double bond. Okay, whereas aromatic compounds contains one or more benzene ring. Okay, aromatic means what ma? Benzene ring. Benzene ring. Okay, so this type of compounds are the examples of what? Aromatic compounds. Okay, ring contains alternative double bond. Aromatic means what ma? Ring contains alternative double bonds between carbon atoms. Okay, so that's all the classification of organic compound based on their pattern of carbon chain. Okay, so next one, organic compounds can be classified into based on their attachment of the atoms. Attachment of the atoms. So based on the kind of atoms. Classification of organic compound based on their kinds of atoms. Kinds of atoms. Okay. So carbon atom combined with hydrogen. Carbon atom combined with what ma? Hydrogen. That is called hydrocarbons. It is called hydrocarbons. So what is mean by hydrocarbons? The organic compounds, okay, that are composed of only carbon and hydrogen. Only carbon and hydrogen atoms are called hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. Okay, so carbon atom combined with other than the hydrogen. Okay, so that is called what ma? Heterocyclic or what ma? Heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds. Okay, so the hydrocarbon can be classified into three types. Okay, based on the bond formation. Okay, one is alkene. Another one is alkene. Another one is alkyne. Okay, so based on the carbon-carbon atoms linkage. That means what ma? Based on the bond formation. Okay, hydrocarbon can be classified into three types. Okay, one is alkane, alkene, alkyne. Okay, alkane means what ma? Carbon-carbon single bond. Alkene, carbon-carbon double bond. Alkyne, carbon-carbon triple bond. So what is the general formula for alkane? CnH2n plus 2. Okay, CnH2n plus 2. Here CnH2n. CnH2n. Okay, here CnH2n minus 2. Minus 2. Okay, for alkane example, okay, methane, CH4. Okay, for alkene example, ethene, CH double bond CH. Okay, so C2H2, C2 ethene, C2H4, C2H4. Okay, CnH2n minus 2. For example, C2H2, C2H2, CH triple bond CH. Okay, so these are all the what ma? Classification of hydrocarbons. Okay, organic compound based on their kinds of atoms. Okay, hydrocarbons means what ma? The compounds contains only the carbon and the hydrogen atom. That is called hydrocarbons. Okay, so based on the carbon atoms, linkage of the carbon to other carbon atoms. Okay, hydrocarbons can be classified into three types. One is alkane, alkene, alkyne. Alkane means carbon-carbon single bond. Alkene means carbon-carbon double bond. Alkyne means carbon-carbon triple bond. General formula, examples. Okay, so last topic of this today class, characteristics of hydrocarbons. Characteristics of hydrocarbons. Okay, first we have seen what ma? Characteristics of organic compounds. Characteristics of organic compounds. Okay, so this topic is nothing but what ma? Characteristics of hydrocarbons. STICS. Characteristics of hydrocarbons. Okay, so first point, lower hydrocarbons are gaseous at room temperature. Okay, lower hydrocarbons are what ma? Gaseous form. Okay, second point, they are colorless and odorless. Okay, they are colorless and odorless. COLOUR, colorless and odorless. Okay, colorless and odorless. Okay, the boiling point of hydrocarbon increases with increased number of carbon atom. Okay, so number of carbon atom based on the boiling point and melting point, what ma? Based on the number of carbon atom. Okay, if you are increasing the carbon atom, automatically the boiling point and melting point also increases. Okay, maximum boiling point is applicable what ma? Hydrocarbons. Okay, fourth one, they undergo combustion reaction. Okay, what reaction ma? Combustion reaction. Fourth one, they undergoes combustion reaction. For example, carbon combined with the oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Okay, so fifth point, okay, alkanes are less reactive when compared to other classes of hydrocarbons. Okay, alkanes are less reactive when compared to other classification of hydrocarbons because of the carbon-carbon bonds. Okay, so alkynes are the most reactive due to the presence of triple bond. Okay, so carbon-carbon triple bond. Carbon-carbon. Okay, so which one is highly reactive? This one, second, third one. Okay, next one, they are insoluble in water. Insoluble in water. Okay, so alkanes are saturated, whereas alkenes and eighth one what ma? Saturated and unsaturated. Okay, so these are all the characteristics of what ma? Hydrocarbon. First one, almost all the lowest hydrocarbons are gaseous one. Second one, colorless and odorless. Third one, based on the number of carbon atoms, we may increasing the carbon atom, automatically boiling point also increases. Okay, fourth one, hydrocarbons undergoes combustion reactions. Okay, to produce different types of compounds. Okay, alkanes are less reactive other than the hydrocarbons. Okay, next one, this order. Next one, insoluble in water. Last one, alkanes are saturated. Other two hydrocarbons are unsaturated. So these are all the characteristics of hydrocarbons. Okay, so thank you children. Remaining part we will see in the next class. Okay, so up to you have to study characteristics of hydrocarbons. You have to study for 1 mark test. Okay, so thank you children. Remaining part we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you.